Patriot Guard riders, post, attention. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome you to the ceremony. We are the Patriot Guard riders. We'd like to give a special award, a token of our appreciation to Tammy. Tammy has supported countless veterans, coordinates these programs throughout this whole region through Florida. We'd like to give you this Patriot Guard Rider Florida patch and also the pin. You'll see a lot of us have them on. These are our first mission pins. So you are now inducted in the Patriot Guard Riders with your mission accomplished pin.
Awesome.
And I salute you as a veteran.
Thank you.
And welcome. Thank you.
Don't make me cry.
Would you like to pledge?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you could please remain standing and join us as one body to do the Pledge of Allegiance. If you could face, we have flags on either side. Those of you who are in the United States military, veteran, first responder, we ask you to present a salute. When the command is given, LLLs, please lay your hands on your chest. Patriot Guard, attention, present, arms. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order, arms.
Please remain standing and join us in singing the national anthem. We will be singing a cappella, so sing loud and proud.
Present, arms.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed as the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Order, arms.
Please join me in prayer. Dear gracious and loving God, we come before you with hearts full of gratitude for the brave men and women who have served our country honorably with courage and selflessness, and for those who are currently serving, whether they are on land, sea, or in the air. Grant them wisdom and courage, strengthen their resilience in every situation they encounter. We pray for your protection over them, and when the mission is complete, bring them home safely to their loved ones. Today we lift up these Quilts of Valor, symbols of our deep appreciation and respect for the service and sacrifice of these veterans. Lord, as these quilts are wrapped around our heroes, may they feel wrapped in your love and protection. Let them be a reminder of the warmth, comfort, and care their service has brought to countless others. May these quilts speak of the gratitude of a nation and the prayers of those who have not forgotten their dedication. We ask you to bless the hands who crafted these quilts with love, and bless the ones who receive it with peace, healing, comfort, and strength. Wherever their journey takes them, may they feel your presence and know they are loved and never alone. In your holy and mighty name we pray. Amen. Welcome to today's Quilts of Valor Awards ceremony. We are so thankful you're here to help us celebrate these amazing veterans. My name is Master Sergeant Tammy Arnold, U.S. Air Force retired. I'd like to thank American Quilters Society for welcoming us and allowing us the opportunity to honor our veterans again this year. I'd also like to thank Threads That Bind in San Mateo, Khaki Quilters in the Villages, the Sewing Studio Patriotic Group in Lady Lakes, and our group Tangled Threads for supplying the quilts for today's awards ceremony. With me today is Beverly Quiswell, my sister Debbie King, Gloria Wahlberg from Williston RV Stitchers, Sue Martin from Sunshine Valor Girls. I remembered. We are all volunteers with the Quilts of Valor Foundation, and we are so glad you're here. What is valor? The definition of valor is great courage, gallant bravery, and strength in the face of danger. It's a trait fit for a hero. As we all know, freedom is not free. A veteran is someone who wrote a blank check payable to the United States of America for an amount up to, including their lives. They are our heroes. What is a Quilt of Valor? A Quilt of Valor is a quality handmade quilt, either machine or hand quilted. It's awarded to a service member or veteran. The quilt says unequivocally, "Thank you for your service and sacrifice in serving our nation." The quilts must be a specific size, have a label with required information, be awarded as it's not a gift, and must be recorded with the Quilts of Valor Foundation. I'd like to tell you a little bit of history about the Quilts of Valor Foundation. The foundation began in 2003 with a dream. Our founder, Catherine Roberts, was worried about her son, Nat, being deployed to Iraq post 9/11. In her words, "I saw a young man sitting on the side of his bunk in the middle of the night, hunched over. The feeling I had was one of utter despair. I could see his war demons clustered around, dragging him down into an emotional gutter. Then, as if viewing a movie, I saw him in the next scene wrapped in a quilt. His whole demeanor had changed from one of despair to one of hope and well-being. The quilt had made a dramatic change. The message of that dream was quilts equal healing." Mrs. Roberts acted on that vision and presented her first quilt at Walter Reed Army Medical Center, Bethesda, Maryland, in November of 2003. Today, the Quilts of Valor Foundation continues the dedication of covering all veterans and service members with a quilt of comfort and healing. We are an all-volunteer service organization with over 10,000 volunteers. The Quilts of Valor Foundation has awarded over 408,609 quilts to deserving service members and veterans across the United States, as well as U.S. bases all over the world. A Quilt of Valor has three parts. The top is stitched and pieced, sewn together and bound to remind you of the many diverse people and unique individuals with whom you served, your brothers and sisters in arms. The center of the sandwich, the batting, is our hope this quilt will bring warmth, comfort, peace, and healing to the individual who receives it. The backing is the strength that supports the other layers. It represents the strength of the recipient, the strength of their unit, of family, and the strength that comes from grateful strangers. Each stitch holding the pieces and layers together represents love, gratitude, and tears of the maker. A Quilt of Valor also has a three-part message. First, we honor you for your service. Second, we know freedom is not free, and this quilt says, thank you for your sacrifice. Third, these quilts are meant to offer comfort. We consider it a privilege to honor you, as we'll never know the extent of your sacrifice and service to protect and defend our country. Quilters say every quilt tells a story. The story of these quilts began by our founder, who shares your love of country, and is followed by the women from Quilts of Valor Foundation. Included with your quilt is a certificate from the Quilts of Valor Foundation, along with a pillowcase and washing instructions. Also on each quilt is a custom label designed especially for you and your service to our great nation. As of today, these quilts become yours. You can do as you wish with your quilt, but we hope and pray you use them. We hope you'll keep them with you as a tangible reminder of no matter where you are or how you served, you have never been forgotten. Today, we have the privilege of honoring 5 of our military veterans. As I call your name, please step forward. Sergeant Donald Punch Drunk Jones served in the United States Air Force from March 1970 until 17 November 1977 in the Air Force Specialty Code, or AFSC 47251, Special Purpose Vehicle Maintenance and Repair Specialist. These highly trained airmen perform vehicle maintenance on military and commercial designed special purpose or base maintenance vehicles and equipment. They inspect, diagnose, repair, and rebuild components and assemblies. The specialist ensures compliance with vehicle maintenance policies, directives, and procedures. He started his Air Force career with Basic Military Training School, or BMTS, at Lackland Air Force Base, Texas, the gateway to the Air Force. Sergeant Jones had a direct duty assignment for on-the-job training, or OJT, with the 4392nd Transportation Squadron, Vandenberg Air Force Base, California. While stationed at Vandenberg, he went temporary duty yonder, or TDY, to Utapao Royal Thai Navy Airfield, Thailand. His next duty assignment was with the 86th Tactical Wing, Ramstein Air Force Base, Germany. He was injured while stationed at Ramstein and was medevaced from Ramstein to Landstuhl for surgery, then transfers to Wiesbaden, then medevaced to Eglin Air Force Base, Florida, and finally to Bay Pines Veterans Hospital in St. Petersburg, and James A. Haley Veterans Hospital, Tampa, Florida, for recovery and rehabilitation until his release 17 November 1977. Sergeant Jones has been awarded the National Defense Service Medal, Air Force Good Conduct Medal with 1 Oak Leaf Cluster, Presidential Unit Citation, holds Expert Rifle M16, as well as many other distinguished awards and decorations. Thank you, Sergeant Jones, and welcome home. Petty Officer Second Class Dean Rabbit Proctor served in the United States Navy from 3 August 1983 until 11 July 1999 in the rate of Aviation Boatswain's Mate Equipment, or ABE. The Aviation Boatswain's Mate Equipment operates and performs maintenance on steam catapults, barricades, arresting gear, and associated equipment ashore and afloat. They operate catapult hydraulic systems, retraction engines, water brakes, jet blast deflectors, deckage, and integrated catapult control stations, or ICCS, and jet blast deflector control panels, arresting gear engines, sheave dampers, deckage control stations, and associated equipment, and performs aircraft handling duties related to the operation of aircraft launching and recovery equipment. He started his Navy career with boot camp at Naval Training Center, or NTC, Great Lakes, Illinois. From Illinois, Petty Officer Second Class Proctor went to A School at Naval Station Lakehurst, New Jersey. His first assignment was with CD-64 aboard the USS Constellation, based out of North Island, California, where he performed a Western Pacific, or Westpac, cruise. Petty Officer Second Class Proctor worked with Small Boats Unit, or SBU, at North Island, then went back aboard the USS Constellation for another Westpac cruise. During the cruise, he was wounded and medevaced from the cruise to Bethesda Naval Hospital, Bethesda, Maryland, and assigned to Naval Air Station, or NAS, Patuxent River, Maryland, until his release 11 July 1999. Petty Officer Second Class Proctor has been awarded the National Defense Service Medal, Navy Good Conduct Medal, holds Order of the Shellback and Blue Nose for crossing the equator and the Arctic Circle, respectively. Holds Expert Rifle on the M16, Expert Pistol on the 45 and 9mm, as well as many other distinguished awards and decorations. Thank you, Petty Officer Second Class Proctor, and welcome home. Staff Sergeant Ronald Lucky Cleary served in the United States Air Force from 15 April 1971 until April of 1982 in the Air Force Specialty Code, or AFSC, 60571, Aerial Porter. Aerial porters are responsible for the management and movement of passengers and cargo transported through airlift. They play an important role in force protection by helping to keep tankers flying, which refuel fighters and transports that bring in reinforcements and supplies or provide vital air cover for ground forces. Aerial porters receive specialized training to be able to accomplish their mission. He started his Air Force career with Basic Military Training School, or BMTS, at Lackland Air Force Base, Texas, the gateway to the Air Force. From there, Staff Sergeant Cleary went to technical training at Shepherd Air Force Base, Texas. His first duty station was at McGuire Air Force Base, New Jersey until 1975. Staff Sergeant Cleary took a year off and joined the 914th Aerial Port Squadron at Niagara Falls International Airport Air Reserve Station, New York, where we both of us served there, but at different times. He served there for 6 years. Staff Sergeant Cleary has been awarded the National Defense Service Medal, Air Force Good Conduct Medal, as well as many other distinguished awards and decorations. Thank you, Staff Sergeant Cleary, and welcome home. That's for sure. Petty Officer First Class Monroe Butch Charleston served in the United States Navy from 7 September 1971 until 12 November 1980 in the rate of Interior Communications Electrician Surface Warfare, or SW, and IC-1. Interior Communication Electricians operate and perform organizational, intermediate, corrective, and preventive maintenance on interior communications, alarms, warning systems, ship controls, entertainment, navigation, flight deck video and control systems, and plotting equipment, and is a C-intensive rating. He started his Navy career with boot camp at Recruit Training Center, or RTC, Orlando, followed by A School at Naval Station San Diego, California. Petty Officer First Class Charlton's first duty station was a temporary assignment to 8018 aboard the USS Sierra as an IC-3. He then attended Nuclear Power School at Naval Training Center, or NTC, Bainbridge, Maryland. From Bainbridge, Petty Officer First Class Charlton was assigned to AS-16 aboard the USS Howard W. Gilmore at Naval Station Charleston, South Carolina. She homeported at Naval Station Key West, Florida, and then sailed to La Maddalena, Italy. Petty Officer First Class Charlton was injured and got medevac to Fort Knox, Kentucky for surgery and recovery. He was transferred to Naval Hospital, Memphis, Tennessee for limited duty after his recovery. Petty Officer First Class Charlton commissioned the USS Valdez out of Naval Station Charleston, South Carolina, and performed a 3-month Middle East cruise where he was transferred to until he was transferred to Naval Training Center, Great Lakes, Illinois, for C7 and telephone schools. Upon graduation from these schools, he was assigned to CG-34 aboard the USS Biddle, a guided missile cruiser based out of Norfolk, Virginia. His next assignment took him to Little Creek Amphibious Base, Virginia, to the Shore Immediate Maintenance Facility, working on the amphibious ships until his release on 12 November 1980. Petty Officer First Class Charlton has been awarded the National Defense Service Medal, Navy Good Conduct Medal with Bronze Service Star, Meritorious Unit Award, Sea Service Ribbon, Navy E, Enlisted Surface Warfare Specialist Badge, as well as many other distinguished awards and decorations. Thank you, Petty Officer First Class Charlton, and welcome home. Master Sergeant Michael Top Breezan served in the United States Marine Corps from 6 June 1992 until 6 December 2019 in the Military Occupational Specialty, or MOS 3531, Motor Transport Operator. He started his Marine Corps career with boot camp at Parris Island, South Carolina. From there, Master Sergeant Breezan attended Marine Corps combat training at Camp Geiger, North Carolina, then operations training for motor transport at Camp Johnson, North Carolina. His first duty station was with Headquarters 4th Marines at Camp Schwab, Japan, as a motor transport operator. Upon his return stateside, Master Sergeant Breezan was assigned to 1st Surveillance Reconnaissance Intelligence Group, or SRIG, at Camp Pendleton, California, as a line NCO. His next assignment was with 1st Marine Expeditionary Force, or 1st MEF, also at Camp Pendleton, as a line NCO. He then went down the road to Naval Amphibious Base Coronado as a boat engine mechanic. Master Sergeant Breezan served a one-year tour at Camp Foster, Japan, with 3rd Fleet Service Support Group, or FSSG, where he became a 3537 Motor Transport Chief. Upon his return stateside, he performed a special assignment to 1st Marine Division Staff Secretary Office, assigned to the General Staff at Camp Pendleton, California. Master Sergeant Breezan was next assigned to Headquarters Motor Transport Company, 11th Marine Regiment, as a licensing instructor. His next assignment was as a recruiter in Chesapeake, Virginia, for 3 years. Master Sergeant Breezan went back to Camp Kinser, Japan, with 3rd Transportation Support Battalion as a platoon commander. Upon his return stateside, he was assigned to Camp Johnson, North Carolina, as the logistics chief. His next assignment took Master Sergeant Breezan to 1st Battalion, 10th Marines, at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, as a battalion trunk master. He spent a 3-year tour with Marine Wing Support Squadron 171 at Iwakuma, Japan, as the Senior Enlisted Advisor and Battalion Operations Chief. Master Sergeant Breezan was then assigned to 4th Marine Logistics Group, Orlando, Florida, for 1 year, where he deployed to Marine Corps training mission in the United Arab Emirates for 1 year as a weapons instructor. Upon his return stateside, he was assigned to 4th Marine Logistics Group, Orlando, Florida, until his retirement on 6 December 2019. Master Sergeant Breezan has been awarded the Navy and Marine Corps Commendation Medal, 4 Navy Achievement Medals, 2 National Defense Service Medal, Global War on Terrorism Service Medal, Iraq Campaign Medal, Korean Defense Service Medal, Military Outstanding Volunteer Service Medal, 8 Marine Corps Good Conduct Medals, holds expert rifle on the M16, marksmanship pistol on the M9, as well as many other distinguished awards and decorations. Thank you, Master Sergeant Breezan, and welcome home. Today we honor these service members and are honored to add them to our Quilts of Valor roll call. Therefore, on behalf of all the volunteer members who make up the Quilts of Valor Foundation, we honor you with these quilts. May they comfort and keep you warm, reminding you of a grateful nation who is so thankful you did not have to sign that check, paid in full. Thank you for being an outstanding example for those of us who followed, and welcome home. This concludes the Quilts of Valor portion of our presentation. However, we would like to honor Sergeant Jones, Staff Sergeant Cleary, and Petty Officer Charlton with the Vietnam Commemorative Lapel Pin. The United States of America, Vietnam War Commemoration, Vietnam Veteran Lapel Pin, a lasting memento of the nation's thanks. They are presented to living U.S. veterans who served on active duty in the U.S. Armed Forces at any time during the period of 1 November 1955 to 15 May 1975, regardless of location. The symbolism. The eagle represents courage, honor, and dedicated service to our nation. As one of the most recognizable and notable American symbols, it's emblazoned on numerous military insignia. The color blue matches the canton of the American flag and signifies vigilance, perseverance, and justice. The laurel wreath is a time-honored symbol representing honor and victory. The stripes behind the eagle represent the American flag. The 6 stars represent the 6 allies who served, sacrificed, and fought alongside one another: the United States of America, the Commonwealth of Australia, the Kingdom of Thailand, New Zealand, the Republic of Korea, and the Republic of the Philippines. The message, "A grateful nation thanks and honors you," is embossed on the back, closest to the heart of the wearer. The official name of the commemoration is included to remind each veteran this is a national initiative. Join the nation, thank a Vietnam veteran. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy days today to help us honor these veterans. Thank you so much for joining us.